But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Yo, hearts in chat right now, flames in chat right now for all the reactors out there, and in particular Larry 1K who's here with us right now. So, bro, let's make something happen, man. What's the plan? You want to throw me some words?
I got 3 words. I got 3 words for you, man.
Yes.
3 words.
Yes. What you got, bro?
All right. So my first word. I want to put this word together, but it's Jesus Christ. It's Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. All right. Hell yeah. Yep.
First word. All right. The second word, we're going to go with Lucifer.
Lucifer. All right. We got a theme going.
Lucifer.
All right. Yep.
Yes, sir. The last word we're going to go with is rapture.
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 Which, like, what does that mean exactly? Like, of course, I'm familiar with that word, but, like, what is the rapture?
Like, I guess, like, you know, in biblical terms, like when Jesus, because I'm a Christian, when Jesus come back and like bring his people. So like, I guess like grab or gather up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For
sure. All right, dope. We got this, man. Jesus Christ, Lucifer, and the rapture, y'all. We about to do it. Here we go. You ready?
Let's go. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Larry 1K is here. Yo, come on, hey, when they hear him rhyme, they like, he's just nice. Rappers hear me spitting, they be yelling, Jesus Christ. H-Mac never stop, you'll be taking a loss. Rappers got me pissed off, man, they got me so cross. Hey, Mac coming through since my 2nd grade recital. I told you that my rhyme book is something like a Bible. H-Mac, I be taking rappers into churches, recording in the pews while I'm dropping rhyme verses. Yeah, this is biblical, all these rappers miserable. Every time I rhyme, I'm about to paint the visual, doing something different. Here's what I'm saying, rappers dropping to their knees right now and straight praying, like, please Lord above, help bring me love, cause this dude named Mac, well when push comes to shove, I'm pretty sure he's about to go harder than the rest. Please Lord help me, he's putting me through a test. I don't know if there's a way that I can survive, cause compared to all these rappers, man, he got more drive, plus he got more practice and he got more bars, plus his lyrics like my life right now, cause they hard. Someone help me find a path through this. I don't know what I can do, help me Judas. Mac moving with the movement, y'all know I'ma crush it. I leave you flustered every single time I bust it. Now, listen, I be coming off top with the truest words. I spit the fire and my shit is flaming hot like Lucifer. Yeah, every time I'm rapping, I'ma make you panic. Yo, all my bars sound dark, satanic. Listen, I will excel from the place where I dwell. I'm with Big L right now, recording down in hell. No doubt, y'all know I'ma kick these rhymes. Shout to Big L, repping from the 139. Yeah, now I wouldn't say that myself unless Big L told us he would go there himself. So listen, I'm about to be there with him in the flames. Me and Big L straight spitting off the brain. Now, I do this forever, y'all know I'm hype. I be feeling like Lucifer, my dome got spikes. I got the tail as well and I grip the red trident. I'm stabbing through your heart each and every time I'm rhyming. Yeah, check the way I'm creating, there's no debating. I'm inflating from the heart while I'm spitting it hot as Satan. No contemplating, no deliberation is necessary. They hear the voice for 1 second, they say yes, it's Harry. Very much so, breathing flames like a dragon. I'm a fucking demon, got you screaming while you lagging behind, cause there ain't another other rapper who could flex like this. Ah, my bad, shit, that was The Exorcist. I'm flipping out. Harry Mack, y'all know I'm about to rip freeze. I got your head spinning out 360. Yeah, I'm here right now, they all aware. I'm twisted up and mangled while I'm crawling up the stairs. Yo, I'm spitting through the static, it's a habit. Boom, boom, there's some sounds in the attic. Yo, I come through with the fatness, I rap sick. I heard in a church in Tennessee they got a mattress. True story. Hey yo, y'all know I'ma burn it down. H-Mac, yo, I got it, I won't return the crown. I'm here for all my people, y'all know I'm a master. Coming off the top and causing a natural disaster. I was in the church just recording with the pastor. Yeah, I be rhyming so fast, bro, I move past ya. Yeah, and you know I'm the real deal, not an actor. They all up in the game, but they not even a factor. Treat it like Smash Bros, Mac flows smack ya. I'm about to gather my fans, it's the rapture. Harry Mack causing disaster like Katrina. Told you off the top I be flowing like Aquafina. I'm fancy like in a Beamer, but I don't have a car. All I do is ride a bike while I'm spitting these bars. Feel like J. Cole cycling through New York. I be smoking microphones just like some Newports. Now listen, I'ma let them all better witness. For me this music shit is religious. Yeah, and I'm slaying them all. Hey, rappers hit their knees, got them praying to God. Let's go, I told you I'ma let you better witness. Yo, for me this music shit is religious. Yeah, I'm the one you might see twice. I got rappers yelling, screaming out, Jesus Christ. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Sorry, it took me a minute to get in there. I was trying to sort out the proper background. I had Jesus walking out when it was. But yeah, good to see you guys. Good to see you. Bear with me if this laptop's clinks out and clunks out. You'll hear me sometimes cut out, and then it'll kind of fast forward me after a couple of seconds. You know, it's just a pain in the butt. I would do movie nights if I could over here, but yeah, no. Even though this is Windows 11, my other one's Windows 10. The PC is obviously a lot better. This used to be a good laptop, but lately it's a pain in the butt. So the video I chose, it's from John Thor 1. Just just because I don't do fat ass stuff often, do I? You know, so when that video popped up, I thought, we'll have a look at that. You know, he's got like, I think it's 44 government files confirming flat Earth. So I just thought we'd have a look at his video, sort of thing. Good to see you all. I ain't seen you in a little while. Logical observations. Love your videos, bro. Every now and again, I use one of your videos, do a little stream on them. When I do flat Earth stuff, you know. So every now and again, I'll use one of your videos, Logical. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you all. Appreciated Ninja again putting in the old epic rap battle songs. It is over. We have got Rumble on, but obviously after this is finished, it's all finished because we're not going over to do movies or anything. But when we get back to mine, so I'm at Vicky's for till next Monday. Then Vicky's coming over for the new year. So after that, yeah, on the 29th onwards, we'll have a few movies and stuff. You know, hopefully get a good copy of Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua full match. See Jake Paul getting knocked out properly. You know. Well, yeah, we could just get it on Netflix because we're not with Netflix anymore, but we could just start a subscription with Netflix again. Let me know if the sound and everything's all right. I've downloaded the video we got used because I remember when Vicky tried to do a stream and she was playing the video straight from YouTube and it sounded terrible. So hopefully downloading the video has made a difference. So yeah, sound seems okay for me on my side at the minute. Oh, Chris Conley's here. Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man.
Good to see you, man.
Which it is.
Say again, babe. Who? Oh yes, well, sorry. Yeah, Vicky's just reminded me. She said to say sorry to you because you were left chatting. Flats disappeared. His battery must have died, and at the same time, I clicked the wrong thing. So you must have been left chatting on your own.
Oh, dude, no, I noticed it dropped. I thought his phone died. It's cool.
Yeah, sorry about that. And I clicked the wrong thing, and obviously couldn't get back in because Flats would have to let me back in.
Yeah, I get it. It's cool. For another time. It'll be all right.
Oh, good. So, hey, Roger, how you doing, man? Links at the top if you want to come in. Let's just say hello to everybody. Then I'll get one of Jim's observations done. Then we'll just get on with the video. Just get on with the video from John Thor. So, yeah, why not? We'll have a look at that and see what it says. So, Kunal, good to see you. Oh, Chris Conley, you haven't got a spanner. Let's add you as a moderator. There you go, bro. Chew mod. You're a mod now. I don't get many trolls in here, but when I do, you know, at least you're armed. Vicky usually keeps up to date with all that stuff. Just, yeah, no, babe, I can't hear you from through there. Nobody can hear you through there. You're on strike. Okay. Just incredible. Good to see you, brother. Baza, always a pleasure, bro. Jimenez in the house. We'll be going to you in a second. What else we got? Logical observations. I've already said hello. Justin again. Canal again. New big one. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Roger, I think that's it. Yeah, we've got 12 people watching. Is MD on the vertical side? Nobody. MD and Rumble? Nobody, but we're all good. All good. Cool. Let's do this then. Jimenez. Let's get one of your observations up and we'll play that fast. And then we'll get on with the video. While I do my little doobie. Go to channel. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't stutter in and out because I'm sharing it. This laptop's getting bad, but hopefully it gets through it. Right, let's do it. Share. Jimmy boy. No. Right. Okay, Jimmy boy. Which have you got any new ones? I think you have. Nice. You got a few I haven't done. Let's do this one then. Lunar Haze. Two secs. I wanted to see if the volume's going. Oh, it is. Good. I couldn't hear it. Cool. Hey, sorry, Indoctrinated. I never said hello to you. I just see your name there. Good to see you, Indoctrinated. Indoctrinated, I know, babe. Always moving. Nice. I usually have them ready rolled before I come on, Chris. But because obviously it's my first day at the missus's for a little while, I didn't have them ready. You know what I mean? So not so organized at the minute. But yeah, cool. Babe, I can't hear you. Babe, I can't hear you. Honestly, I can't hear you. Pushing buttons. Good to see it. Good to see it. Oh, you talking to the dog? Oh. Are you trying to talk to me through the speaker in the living room, babe?
Yeah.
Well, what you got to say?
I can't remember now, so I'm going.
All right, love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Weirdo. What's you like? Jill Hayes is a killer. That's so on, bro. Nice one, Jim. Let's get your link for people watching the chat replay. Anybody's not sub to him, go sub. Channel. Here we go. There we go. Guys, anybody watching the chat replay and you're not sub to Jim, there's his link. Like I say, he makes no claims. He just shows us what his P900 sees. That's it. Makes no claims whatsoever. Fair play to him. Right, so let's do it. Roger, if you're still about, I don't know if you're working or not. I can't see it in this time of year, but links there if you want to come in, bro. Links there if anybody wants to come in. Anybody in there? Over there. All good. All good on that side. What we got in here? If I switch to the Google app, will it kick me out in my Chrome browser? I'm not sure. It might kick you. It might kick you, but I can easily let you back in, bro. It might kick you out. I'm not sure. If you're changing browser, it might do, Chris. I've got no clue how iPhones work. Are you on an iPhone? Oh no, you said Android phone.
No, on StreamYard, I can do it on my phone on two different things.
No, but he's trying to change browsers.
Yeah.
All right, if it kicks you out, you'll be back. All right, bro. No probs. No probs. Link, like I say, the link's up there in the chat anyway. All good. I make no claims. I claim to make no claims. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Nothing like sitting on the fences. I'm only joking, bro. Messing about. Right, let's do it. Let's see what we've got to say. Let's see what these government documents are saying and who they're from and that. John Thor, one, I think, put it out the other day. So let's have a look. Oh, wrong one. Like I say, I downloaded it. Hopefully we'll get through it better that way rather than being on the tab because of this silly computer. Right, 38 minutes worth. Let's do it.
Were you listening to me, Neo?
Right. Let's get up there. Let's stick us at the top, I think. Yeah, let's stick us at the top. Yeah, and a little scene in the vertical stream. Where is it? Wrong one, page. Yeah, let's try that one. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Again, because if you got anything to say, just tell me stop. I'll stop the video. Just chat away. Go for it. Anytime. Right, let's do it.
Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? I was. Look again.
Take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake
Again,
up.
if you hear it stuttering or anything, it's this laptop. It'll eventually sort itself out, but you know, it stutters now and again. So if you hear that and it goes blank, don't worry, it'll cut back in at some point. And you might hear me stutter out as well.
In your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth.
That catch up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Let me just zap this forward a bit. Oh, there he is. There you are. There you are. Right. Yeah, let's zap it forward a bit because that is a little bit copyright. So just in case.
Admit the Earth is flat.
Which you don't want to see.
So let's go ahead and dive into these documents. I'm here to share with you 44 different documents from the governments whereby.
Sorry, Chris, did you say something?
Oh, no. I joined with the cameras off and everything, but whenever it joined, it had everything on. So my bad.
That's all right. I didn't see anything.
No,
It's all good. It's all good, bro. Again, if you got anything to say, just tell me stop, and you just chat away. If you see something you want to talk about, you know.
Admit the Earth is flat. Documents from the CIA, USSR, U.S. Army, NASA, Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, U.S. Navy, National Imagery and Mapping Agency, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and the U.S. Marine Corps, which includes state-owned universities such as UCLA, Penn State, and Shenyang Aerospace University. Government admits flat Earth document number 1, put out by the CIA, whereby it looks like they stole it from the USSR, and this document was...
Let's take this overlay down so it's easier for you to see. There we go, let's take that down.
Created appears to be sometime around March of 1957, and you'll notice that in the bottom left-hand corner you'll see the title of the document, the author, if there is one cited, unless there's a ton of them, and I'm not going to list them all. And then you have the URL of this document, so if you want to go download it yourself, you're able to. And when I go through these documents themselves, you'll see on the bottom right-hand.
Bottom right, okay. Brightness of firmament. So it's talking about firmament. That's a good start. Definitely. Then that's confirming scripturally what it says. So that's a good start.
In corner is the page number where you can find these phrases and words cited. So beginning with page 19 of 100 for this dissertation, there's the brightness of the firmament. The firmament is a biblical term which is mentioned in Genesis chapter 1.
Like there. So like there, you had the video stutter out a bit. That's what the computer does, and then sometimes might make me go a bit stutter out. So just bear with it, guys. Sorry about it. It's this stupid laptop. That's why I can't do movie nights when I'm through, because I don't think it would handle it. It would overheat by the time the movie was finished. Because when I do movie nights, you know yourself, guys, 7-9 hours sometimes. PJ, I have the documents, Cruikshank. Have you? Nice. Can't wait to see them, bro. So yeah, if anybody watching that back later, if this goes through too quickly, then you know what to do, guys. Pause like that, and have a read through it. You know what I mean? The most important part of that is obviously the brightness of the firmament, because they're obviously recognizing that there's some kind of barrier there. Obviously, if it's and they're talking about what is that high transparency, of the atmosphere in the visual range of the spectrum, in the absence of a snow cover. In the investigation, 2 instruments designed by the used. One of these was a visual photometer of the daytime sky intended for measuring the brightness of the firmament. That's not just saying the brightness of the atmosphere, because it's defined atmosphere there, and it's got defined, and it said defined firmament. Well, it's progress. You'll be just fine. Absolutely. Absolutely. In Jesus' name, all the time, that gets you up. Always. In Jesus' name, bro. They can't have you, remember. If you're Christ's, the demons can't have you. They may come knocking, but they can't come in.
8 different times, and beginning with verse 6. And the firmament was made to divide and separate the waters from above from below, as well as the sun, moon, and stars are placed within the firmament. So please go reread Genesis chapter 1. The firmament is also mentioned on page 20.
Jimmy Superfly.
Also, a near sun, which means localized sun, is mentioned. And it talks about the brightness of the first order and derived on the assumption of a flat earth.
On the assumption of a flat earth. It says that, it does say that there, yeah. Near sun halo, and also from the sun on a surface perpendicular to these rays, which you'll probably see a diagram for soon. The dissertation contains a certain formula of the brightness of the sky, taking into consideration only the brightness of the first order derived on the assumption of a flat earth. No global assumptions there, no curve assumptions there, a flat earth. And giving some conclusions derived on the basis of this formula for a certain coefficient of transparency of the atmosphere, the brightness of the sky, so on and so forth. Turn off the turnbuckle, Bob.
And giving some conclusions derived on the basis of this formula. So the formula is based upon the assumption of a flat earth. There's a near sun, and there's a firmament, apparently.
Right.
Government admits flat earth, document number 2. Propagation of electromagnetic fields over flat earth. You'll notice that on page 7, it says flat idealized earth. On page 17, flat earth. Page...
Yes, it says it there. I've just got to move us just in case. Right, it said anything up there you needed to see. Right, no, all good there. So, yeah, ideal dipole orientated perpendicular horizontal to a homogeneous flat earth. In each case, dipole is placed 2 centimeters above. Okay, the point is flat earth. Go away, Avira. Right.
Page 18, flat earth. Page 28, flat earth.
More flat
Page
earth.
35, flat earth. Government admits flat earth, document number 3 from the U.S. Army, titled An Energy Budget Model to Calculate the Low Atmosphere Profiles of Effective Sound Speed at Night. There's an image in the document where it shows a near and localized...
There you go. I'll pause that for a second. Have a quick look at that. You know what I mean? Anybody watching can pause it themselves also. But there you go. There you go. It doesn't look like there's obviously they put the rays a bit straight forward there. Did they say crepuscular rays? Crepuscular rays. They said that they've put localized sun, yeah, near localized water clouds, dust or smoke clouds. Well, yeah, heat air, moistens air, radiates ground surface, wet ground, flat earth, and red writing off to the side there. Even in the diagrams.
Sun, crepuscular rays, and a flat earth. And that again is on page 10. And then if you go to page 16, you see the word flat earth. Government admits flat earth, document
number... Oh yeah, Globers will say those documents are refracted. We are actually reading curved earth. Can't trust their eyes, bro. No, that's the one, bro. You can't trust your eyes, man. And then on Indoctrinated says, flat earthers should never let conversation go past that point. What point? The measurements always prove it 100%. Well said on Indoctrinated. Well said. Right, Ryan. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Number 4, put out by the United States Army, titled Computationally Efficient Algorithms for Estimating the Angle of Arrival of Helicopters Using Acoustic Arrays.
Ooh.
Let's see what it has to say. On page 17, it says Flat Earth. Page 30.
Yeah, hold on. Take it back. I want to see a little bit of the context, though. Right. Figure 6 illustrates a simple model. All right, it's just telling you the model for the multipath, which is based upon the signal having a single bounce on a flat Earth with propagation that is described by ray tracing for signals in the far field. Okay, cool.
Page 30.
Right. From there, the results for frequencies below 27 hertz are reasonably consistent, but not close to the anticipated result of reflection coefficient phase of 0 degrees. The estimated phases of the reflection coefficients have dependency on range. This may be caused by a violation of the assumption of the flat Earth model. Again, assuming a flat Earth model.
Flat Earth model. Page 31. Flat Earth. Page 35. A flat.
Okay, let's get the context again. Right, to improve the elevation angle estimated, a multipath model was incorporated into the beam-forming algorithm. The algorithm assumes multipath could be modeled with a single bounce, a constant reflection coefficient, straight line propagation of flat Earth, and incident angles that were not near grazing. The algorithm did not work well. A more detailed analysis is whatever to understand its deficiencies is needed. Hey, Heaven, how you doing, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Flat Earth. Government admits flat Earth, document number 5. This one is from United States Army, titled Adding Liquid Payloads Effects to the 6DOF Trajectory of Spinning Projectiles. Let's see what it has to say. On page 7.
So, a 6DOF rigid projectile model is employed to predict the dynamics of a projectile in flight. These equations assume a flat Earth. The 6DOF comprises the 3 translational components describing the position of the projectile's center of mass. And sorry, go.
Yeah, I did field artillery in the Army. I shot howitzer cannons, and I had 2 MOSs in that field. I started out as a fire direction controller, then I moved to a cannon crew member.
Okay.
But yeah, the curvature is not factored in when you're putting a projectile 20 kilometers away. It's just about elevation from sea level of your location and the enemy's. Like,
Absolutely. They always tell you it's factored in, don't they? And it's not. You're right. And you've had first-hand experience, you know?
Yeah, because there's like the charge of the powder. They'll come in like 6 bags. And if you want to get it 20 kilometers versus 10 kilometers, you would put twice as many bags in a powder. So you're calculating that. You're calculating the elevation. And you also got different fuses. So if you want to have like an illumination round blow up in the air over the battlefield versus a high explosive detonating with a variable time fuse, like right on the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a lot to calculate, but the coverage of the earth is not one of them.
Never factored. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Nice one for that. Logical says no one would get on a plane if Earth was spinning over 1,000 miles. Globe Fantasy Heartland 66.6 basically miles per hour through space. Oh, sorry, 1,000 miles per hour through space. It would be absolute chaos. Going a good thing Earth is stationary. 100%, bro. 100%. Man, we'd be chucked off. And everything is opposite to what they say. Like if the Earth was spinning, we know we'd be thrown off. But no, we're held to it. Mental. But no, well said. That was good information, bro.
Says, assume a flat Earth. These equations assume a flat Earth. Government admits flat Earth, document number 6. This is put out by the United States Army. In fact, it's the same author as document number 5, Gene R. Cooper. And in fact, the title is almost eerily the same. Though what we'll find is that he didn't make any corrections for assuming a flat Earth. But let's read the title. Trajectory Prediction of Spin-Stabilized Projectiles with a Steady Liquid Payload. What does it say?
Steady. Okay.
Page 10. It says, these equations assume a flat Earth. Why would you assume a flat Earth if you're on a spinning ball?
It's kind of important, absolutely. Why would you assume it's flat if you need to account for curvature? Silly. Completely silly.
Government admits flat Earth, document number 7, put out.
This is from 88. Okay.
By NASA in August of 1988. Derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model. What does it have to say? Let's see here. Well, starting with page 6, It says, this report details the development of the linear model of a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. It goes on to say on this same page, by defining the...
Not just flat, but non-rotating, meaning not moving, not spinning, not flying about like the hands on the clock,
Initial conditions of the nominal trajectory for straight and level flight and setting the asymmetric aerodynamic and inertia terms to 0, one can easily obtain the more traditional linear models from the linear model derived in this report. On page 35, it says this report derives and defines a set of linear...
Yeah, and if it's going through it a little too fast, people watching afterwards, just give it a pause.
Linearized system matrices for a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating...
And the atmosphere being stationary also. Strange. It's not what I was taught. Weird, huh?
Rotating Earth.
Sorry, Aaron, what's that? I made a comment on a Flat Earth page on Instagram or whatever the other day, and I got seriously battered with the unkind words of globe addicts. They don't like being called that. It really made me sad. Well, it is sad, it is, because they will fight tooth and nail just to keep the fantasy going. I love science fiction, love it, but that's something is not real. They want that to continue in being real to them, and it's just not. It's not reality. You're taking something away from them that's dear to them. It's a dependency. It's a dependency, man. It's almost like an addiction to them. Well, there you go. It's idol worship. It's idolatry. It's idol worship. Sorry, it's false god worship. It's idolatry.
On page 55, it says, based on assumptions of symmetric mass distributions, symmetric aerodynamics, and straight and level flight. And then on page 102, this report documents the derivation and definition of a linear aircraft.
Hey, Emma. How you doing? Good to see you. What's that, Kunal? How we not call them globangatans? That's a good one, actually. Globangatans. I used to, what was it called? Ball dolls. Yeah, ball dolls. That word encompasses the globe, Big Bang, and orangutans. Absolutely. That's great, man. That's the unholy trinity, bro. That's the unholy trinity.
model for a rigid aircraft of constant mass
You're
flying.
going to be wondering why the background's all different. It's because I'm at Vicky's. I'm at Vicky's on the old laptop, but like that I originally started my streams on this laptop. Yeah.
Over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 8, put out by NASA, titled "General Equations of Motion for a Damaged Asymmetric Aircraft." And on page 2, it states, in this paper, the rigid body equations of motion over a flat, non-rotating Earth.
Let me read that because it spiced out for me as well. So let's read it from the top. Actually, there are several approaches that can be used. Hold on, yeah, let me see that. The subheading: rigid body equations of motion with reference to an arbitrary fixed point on the body. There are several approaches that can be used to develop the general equations of motion. The one selected here starts with Newton's law applied to a collection of particles, defining the rigid body. Any number of dynamics or physics books conserve references, example references to. In this paper, the rigid equations of motion over a flat, non-rotating Earth are developed that are not necessarily reference to the body's center of mass. Such equations will be used in the next. Right. Okay. Got ya.
Government admits flat Earth. Document number 9, put out by NASA, titled "Predicted Performance of a Thrust-Enhanced SR-71 Aircraft with an External Payload." This was put out in June of 1997. And it states non-rotating Earth. Right there, page 10.
So
and this SR-71 Blackbird has a top speed of 2,193 miles per hour. And it doesn't have to account for a rotation of the Earth, the Coriolis effect, the alleged Coriolis effect, or even the curve.
100% logical. Horizontal, horizon, not curvizing. 100%, man. Again, love your videos, bro.
Temperature of the Earth at 2,193 miles per hour? Certainly would have to if it existed, unless it was flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 10, put out by the Federal Aviation Administration in conjunction with a company named MITRE. It's derivation of a point mass aircraft model used for fast time simulation. This is from April 2015. It says, assuming a flat, non-rotating Earth.
Take that back. I couldn't see where he was reading that from.
Of a point mass aircraft model used for.
Oh, right. Okay, the top there. I was looking at the small. Okay. Because for there, I'll have to look over that side. All right, cool.
For fast time simulation. This is from April 2015. It says, assuming a flat, non-rotating Earth. Page 7. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 11, put out by NASA in conjunction with the University of Kansas. They contracted KU to do this work with them, and it was put out June of 1971. It is titled "A Method for Reducing the Sensitivity of Optimal Nonlinear Systems to Parameter Uncertainty." Let's see what it has to say. Page 14. It says the idealizing assumptions made are the following. Number 2 is a flat,
non-rotating Earth. I wonder why they have to assume all these flat, non-rotating Earths.
Earth. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 12, put out by NASA. It is titled "Calculation of Wind Compensation for Launching of Unguided Rockets." And on page 8 and 10, we have a diagram, as well as it states the missile position in space is computed relative to a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat.
Sorry, I want to see that little trajectory simulation incorporating above requirements is to, I can't see the word there, or presented in reference 8 in addition to the above. Oh, come on, disappeared again. In addition to the above requirements, this simulation assumes a vertical 6 degrees of freedom and error. Right, okay. And a row of missile position in space is corrupted relative to a flat non-rotating. That's the important part. Right, okay. It's just talking. I was thinking when he said space, I was thinking it was on about space. It's just talking about space, openness. It's not talking about space. Okay, cool.
We have a diagram, as well as it states the missile position in space is computed relative to a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 13 put out by NASA, December of 1987, titled User's Manual for Linear A Fortran Program to Derive Linear Aircraft Models. And it states on page 16, a rigid aircraft flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 13 put out by NASA, December of 1987, titled User's Manual for Linear A Fortran Program to Derive Linear Aircraft Models. And it states on page 16, a rigid aircraft flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth.
There's a lot of these flat, non-rotating Earths in these documents. I wonder why. Isn't that weird? Especially since apparently it's spinning and we're on a ball type thing flying through the vacuum of space infinitely and forever. You know, corkscrewing, spinning, orbiting, elliptical orbiting, you know, all these different vectors and directions, and we don't feel none of it. Absolutely mental, isn't it? You know, I wonder why they're assuming flat non-rotational if the reality is we're corkscrewing through infinity. Ridiculous. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, guys. Oh, where have we disappeared to? Oh, I see. We disappeared. There we are.
Document number 14 put out by NASA in 1988. In fact, it looks like to be an updated version from the document number 13 that I just went over. Same authors and almost the same exact, if not same exact title, which is User's Manual for...
Old school. Logical talking old school stuff, man. Absolutely. Official NASA photo taken 1 million miles away, clearly with sex written in the clouds. NASA captures epic Earth images. Absolutely. And there's a link, guys. There's a link. Madness, isn't it? Absolutely madness. Madness. Let's see. Let's have a quick look. Right. Try to see if I can spot it offhand in here, but I can't. In a minute. Where has it gone? Anyway, guys, the link's there. Oh, yeah, I see it. Let's have a quick dig. Let's have a quick look. I see it now. I got it. Right. Share on screen. There we go. So right here, upside down on the left-hand side, you can't see my cursor going around it, but on the left-hand, hold on, can I make this go bigger? Why isn't it going bigger? It should go bigger for me, but it's not. Actually, let me zap the screen up a bit because it's not going bigger for me. Let's do that. All right. Oh, come on, move up. Here it is. Right here, you can see my cursor now. Right here, upside down. Here it looks like X, 3, 5, but it's 6 upside down on the left-hand side. Nearly halfway up. Right there, 6. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100% logical. It's definitely there, and there's no doubt. You know, they're full of it. So, sorted.
Program to derive linear aircraft models. And it states on page 4, equations with stationary atmosphere and flat, non-rotating Earth assumptions. Same thing as in document 13. Same authors, basically same title. They didn't make any adjustment. Going on to page 126, it states the same thing. Stationary atmosphere and flat, non-rotating Earth assumptions. Doesn't look like they made a mistake with that documentation there. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 15.
They can capture these nuts. What you like, bro? I'm gonna leave this playing, guys. I'm gonna nip to the toilet and burst in. Actually, let me just leave it playing. You know, obviously, when it's got to say a lot of flat stuff. If I hear something, well, I need to grab another coffee. Let me just leave it playing though. I'll be about 2 minutes.
Put out by NASA. This was put out in March of 1972, and it is titled Determination of Angles of Attack and Sideslip from Radar Data and a Roll-Stabilized Platform. What does it have to say? Well, page 2, it states, the method is limited, however, to application where a flat, non-rotating Earth may be assumed. If it's limited to that assumption, and the Earth is a spinning ball, then this document is garbage, unless the Earth is truly flat and non-rotating. Government admits flat Earth document number 16 put out by NASA. It's titled U.S. Standard Atmosphere. What does it have to say? Well, on page 22, it says, for the accuracy required in this document, it suffices to treat the surface as an ellipsoid whose flattening ellipticity. That means they had to flatten the globe. Why would you have to do that? For accuracy, maybe because the Earth is flat. Government admits flat Earth document number 17 put out by NASA in December of 1991 titled An Aircraft Model for the AIAA Controls Design Challenge. And what does it have to say? On page 13, it states, the flight dynamics of a rigid aircraft flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth document number 18 put out by NASA. This was in December of 1978, titled Investigation of Aircraft Landing in Variable Wind Fields. And what does it have to say? On page 14, it states, the aircraft trajectory model employed in this study was derived based on the following assumptions. A, the Earth is flat and non-rotating. Government admits flat Earth document number 19 put out by NASA titled A Mathematical Model of the CH-53 Helicopter. And it states on page 25, the helicopter equations of motion are given in body axes with respect to a flat, non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth document number 20 put out by NASA titled Development and Validation of a Piloted Simulation of a Helicopter and External Sling Load. Well, what does it have to say? Well, on page 6, it states a general set of nonlinear rigid body equations of motion for both the helicopter and external load determines the motion of each vehicle with respect to a flat, non-rotating Earth. It states on page 37, the equations of motion for both the helicopter and the external sling load are developed in body axes with respect to a flat, non-rotating Earth. On page 48, it states the terrain is generally flat. Government admits flat Earth document number 21, put out by NASA and the U.S. Air Force in conjunction with research provided by Georgia Tech. And it is titled Atmospheric Oscillations. Well, on page 13, it states, a model frequently used is that of a flat, non-rotating Earth. Also states the most one can profitably simplify the problem is to consider an isothermal atmosphere, plane level surfaces, and a non-rotating Earth. Government admits flat Earth document number 22 put out by NASA titled Stability and Control Estimation Flight Test Results for the SR-71 aircraft with externally mounted experiments. And what does it have to say? Well, it states on page 18 and 19, if you put them together, because there's a break.
Did I miss anything? Anything needs to be spoken about? No. Oh, good. Oh, good. Right. So what's it saying there at the minute? In case I've missed anything myself. Science product. How stupid does NASA think they are? So, a science product. How stupid does NASA think we are? What the F is that? Like, do I say come over for supper so I can cook you a food item? What? NASA is out of control. SpaceX is what's in. Well, that's true. That's true. That's true, man. Okay, what's it saying here? The aircraft equations of motion used in the PID analysis are derived from a general system of 9 coupled nonlinear differential equations that describe aircraft. These equations assume a rigid vehicle and a flat, non-rotating Earth again. I think it's flat and non-rotating by the sounds of it, guys. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But
in the paragraph, it states, these equations assume a rigid vehicle and a flat, non-rotating Earth. Not very safe for a vehicle that travels at a top speed of 2,193 miles per hour. Government admits flat Earth, document number 23, put out by NASA in May of 1988, titled Flight Testing a VSTOL Aircraft to Identify a Full Envelope Aerodynamic Model. And it states, motion over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Page 9 of 18. Government admits flat Earth, document number 20.
Kinematics is something I am not very good with at all. I mean, I kind of got a basic idea that I couldn't even define in words, but in my head. Yeah, I'm not very good when it comes to kinematics. That's something I need to like look more into. You know what I mean?
'24 put out by NASA. It is titled Singular Arc Time Optimal Climb Trajectory of Aircraft in a Two-Dimensional Wind Field. What does it have to say? It states on page 2, in our minimum time to climb problem, the aircraft is modeled as a point mass of the flight trajectory is strictly confined in a vertical plane on a non-rotating flat Earth. Government admits flat...
I wonder why you need to be on a flat, non-rotating Earth to be flying a plane. It'd mess you up if it was spinning underneath you, wouldn't it?
Earth, document number 25. This is put out by the United States Navy, and it is titled Studies on Instabilities in Long Baseline Two-Way Satellite Time and Frequency Transfer, including a Troposphere Delay Model. And what does it have to state? It states on page 2, it shows a graphic which shows 2 ground stations on equal level ground, both ground stations on the same flat plane. And then on page 6, it states assuming a flat Earth and the straight line of sight. Line of sight, just so you know, line of sight does not apparently exist when you're looking over the Earth. And I'm going to get to that in another document pretty soon. Government...
I'm going to say, if it's line of sight there, then you can't be taking current into the equation. You know? Line of sight means line of sight. You need to be able to see it. And if there's a big old bump in the way, can't see that.
Admits flat Earth, document number 26, United States Army. It is titled Scale and Sensitive Detection Algorithm for FLIR Imagery. What does it have to state? It states that in other scenarios, only the range to the center of the field of view and depression's angle is known, so that a flat Earth approximation provides the best estimate. That is page 6 of 22. Government admits flat Earth document.
I wonder why it would be the best estimate, you know? Because observation has what you see and feel, and measurement-wise, that's what you measure.
Number 27, put out again by the United States Army, and it is titled User Manual for the Microsoft Windows edition of the Scanning Fast Field Program version 3.0. What does it have to say? Well, it says on page 45 of 47, this model works over a flat and non-turbulent atmosphere. Government admits flat Earth.
There you go, it's a different one. It means the same, obviously. Flat, non-turbulent. So non-turbulent, no movement. No things getting churned up in the atmosphere. Because of that alleged movement, which is not there.
Page 45 of 47, this model works over a flat and non-turbulent atmosphere. Government admits flat Earth, document number 28, put out by the United States Army, titled Path Loss Measurements in a Forested Environment at VHS.
Right enough, Ninja. Sorry, Kunal. I'm not used to blooming. I prefer seeing the channel names rather than the tags. I didn't like it when it changed. Yeah, I prefer calling people by their channel name rather than the tags, but yeah. NASA, need another 7 octonauts. Yeah, absolutely, man. You can make so many things out of that acronym, couldn't you? Never a straight answer. Absolutely, bro. And that's true as well, though. I mean, that's the acronym, and it mean that, but that's absolutely true as well. You know?
You seen that one where NASA spelled out like NASA, National Astronautics Space Agency, in numerology, it adds up to 666.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Derek,
yeah, yeah. That's ridiculous.
yeah, absolutely. How you doing, Derek?
Greetings. Yeah, greetings, PJ,
Good.
and yeah, Chris. Chris, I haven't seen you around before, but I missed most of Flatsoid's stream earlier, and when I went back, I heard you talk a bit. So that's interesting. I did not know that like the Antarctica Marathon was set up by the same organizers as the Boston Marathon.
Yeah. When I went to research on it and look around myself,
Uh-huh.
yeah, this company they do it all over the world. They have like a Japan marathon, they do the Boston Marathon, and I even looked like on the Wayback Time Machine. Like that thing there can be manipulated, and there's many cases where
Course.
there's companies that went back and took pages off of that, and they could change that even. So I even look back because they're supposed to be doing it like 25 years, So I went back and looked like the old HTML from 25 years ago, and they put all the contestants on there. And yeah, I just took a deep dive into that, and I was like, that's some red flags there with the Boston
Some
Marathon.
serious red flag. I mean, especially with the Boston Marathon, when your organization is in the same mud, so to speak, with people who are literally acting.
Right.
I mean, we see a bunch of images and photos of them in like torn, ripped up clothes, blood everywhere, and like you actually look at their flesh and there's not an actual scratch on them.
And also like some of the people you see in like either paramedics were also SWAT team, or they were actually an injured victim at one point. Like they could play two parts in one day. Yeah.
But even so, like the contestants are ridiculous. Once I like started looking at those people, there were a lot of politicians, there were a lot of actors.
Right.
There's just random people you would never think that would be just marathon level, and they run really amazing times. If they're not at the desk doing politics for the lobbyists, they're out fucking running or something.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense with that either. But yeah.
Of course.
Well, it's like when you have all these politically tied people, it's hard not to say they don't have some political motivation involved.
Well, that's right, of course,
If you wanted to pay $20,000 and sign your name up, I mean, I used to be in the Army in my 20s, but now I can't run a mile. You know what I mean? Why would they got all these really they could be in the Olympics or something, and so there's no chance of anybody, really having a chance to do that either. When you look at that side of things,
of course.
You just lose your money. Well, yeah, you don't qualify. We got a lot of contestants that are just Olympians.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty to fill in. Absolutely.
And what do we have to find in here? But it states on page 8, flat Earth, page 16. Over a flat Earth, page 17.
Ooh.
Over flat Earth, page 18. Over flat Earth, page 19. Over flat Earth, page 20. Based on flat Earth theory, not a theory.
Theory. Yeah, not a theory, but still, it's in there. Flat Earth. All over the place. All over the place.
It's fact. Page 23, over flat Earth. Page 25, flat Earth. Page 26, flat Earth. Page 35, over flat Earth. Over flat Earth, stated twice. Government admits flat Earth, document number 29. This is the U.S. Air Force.
There we go.
Contracted Brown University to put forth the document titled Review of Sound Propagation in the Lower Atmosphere, documented in May 1955. So what does it say on page 18? It says, in most of the topics to be discussed, the problem is to describe the sound field in a region of atmosphere above a flat Earth. And then
again, always over a flat Earth. And why do they keep assuming over a flat Earth if they need to take curve into the situation, into the equation? Because the curve's not there. You know, that's
Well,
why they
right. And therefore, it's not actually an assumption.
No.
It's an observation.
No.
A direct one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Goes on to cite, in page 208, cite a document, an article that was written in 1954.
It's always so convenient for the globangotans. The word always matter at face value. But ours always require tweaking and equations. Absolutely. That's true. That's true. Madness, isn't it? It's all backwards, bro.
In Physica XX, and it is titled The Extension of Summerfield's Formula for the Propagation of Radio Waves Over a Flat Earth to Different Conductivities of the Soil. So you may want to research that one a little bit further. Government admits flat.
Again, guys, if you hear the video spazzing out, go quiet, and or me spazzing out, go quiet. It's just this laptop. You know, it's not the stream. It is just this laptop spazzing out now and again.
Flat Earth document number 30 put up by the United States Army entitled Beacon Position and Altitude Navigation aided by a magnetometer. And it states on page 11, it says that the...
There we go. Let's get us out of the way so I can see it. Anybody wants to see it, slow it down. It's watching afterwards. There you go. This section summarized and notates 3 kinds of coordinate systems. The first is the Earth fixed coordinate system. So it's fixed, non-rotational, not moving, which is fixed to the Earth, which is a flat Earth assumption. Again, not assumption, obviously, but for the uses here, that's what they're saying. But yes, again, flat Earth. Hey, Captain KV, good to see you.
The first is the Earth fixed coordinate system, which is fixed to the Earth with a flat Earth assumption. And just check out the diagram that they have associated with it. Are you serious? Government admits flat Earth document number 31 put up by the United States Army, and it is titled Automatic Target Acquisition of the Demo 3 program. And it states on page 9, only the range to the center of the field of view and the depression angle is known, so that a flat Earth approximation provides the best estimate. Government admits flat Earth document number 32 put up by the United States Army, and it is titled Modeling of Atmospheric Effects. Let's see what it's got to say. Well, on page 28, it states, this model works well over a flat Earth and not...
Those are some good links, logical observations are put in there, guys. You know, actual of observations, you know, laser observations, things like that. Some good ones there. Oh yeah, is that the Punchy Train 24 man? Yeah, the old Punchy Train.
Turbulent atmosphere. Government admits flat Earth document number 33 put out by NASA in conjunction with an organization called Range Commanders Council Telemetry Group. The document is titled Telemetry Standards. This organization, Range Commanders Council, their mission is dedicated to serving the technical and operational needs of U.S. test training and...
Actually, let's have a quick look at this, one of these observations. Let's have a look at it's only 2 minutes long, this one. The main lighthouse observation one. Let's have a quick look at that. So you have a quick deek.
This test comes from Ogunquit, Maine. The observer was located here on the beach. The target for the observation was the Boone Island Light, located here in the Atlantic Ocean. The distance between the 2 points was about 10.7 miles. The camera, or observation height, was a mere 3 feet off of the water. Here are a few images of the lighthouse. I have to say, Flat Earth has really deepened my love for these old lighthouses. They're one of my favorite proofs of the Flat Earth. The focal height of the Boone Island Light is 100.
Absolutely, they are. I mean, absolutely. Would a ship be able to see a lighthouse in the fog if it's over the curve somewhere. No, there'd be no point in the lighthouse, would there? You know, it has to be line of sight to see that blooming lighthouse. Hey, how you doing, John? Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure, dude. Yeah, man.
37 feet off of the water. The lighthouse itself is 135 feet tall. According to the Globe Curving Water Model, nearly 50 feet or 15 meters should be hidden below the curvature of the Earth.
Meters.
Let's see if the
50 meters. You ain't seeing that lighthouse at 50 meters. That's under the curve. If there was one, which there's not.
actual footage matches the globe.
Look at that. Look at that. Nice. $50 feet should be blocked. 50 meters. Did he say 50 feet and 50 meters?
The footage is clear and unmistakable. You can even see the edge.
50 feet. 50 feet.
The footage is clear and unmistakable. You can even see the edges of the island. No question about it, that footage should be impossible under the globe. Another lighthouse proves the Earth is flat.
Yeah. Let's have Pontchartrain one's 5 minutes long. Let's watch that and then we'll get back to our video. Why not? It's good. It's some good things, yeah, man. Some good ones. Absolutely. Oh, it's from your channel. It's from your channel. Excellent. This is from Logical's channel, guys. If anybody's not subbed to him, go sub. Go sub. You can sub through that link there that he's put in. Go sub. Let's put a like on that. All right. Let's do it.
All right, Flat Earthers, this is the shot I've been trying to get. I am dangerously on 55 and I-10 junction in New Orleans over Lake Pontchartrain. These are the utility poles that run 18 miles across the lake. And I just wanted to show you.
And you remember the one they used to show the curvature. You know, the world must be the size of, I don't know, a town with that curvature. I don't know.
Right, right. Like I remember, when Sound came out, saying, "Oh, look at this curvature here." Like they're basically saying Planet Lake Pontchartrain with the amount of curve that they're alleging was there. Like
the size of a baseball, basketball. Yeah, it was terrible.
But the thing is, like, people like Soundly, he was serious. It's like, oh, he's like, yep, that's the curve of the Earth. Like, no, man.
Right.
That is not what you're seeing. Like, if that were real curve, yeah, it's literally Planet Lake Pontchartrain.
You know,
because the curvature would be so staggering. Like, dude, I don't think you get it.
Right. Madness. Hey, ZX King, good to see you. Good to see you.
There's the shore on the other side. We do not dip down. 60 feet. They're perfectly level.
What's that, man? Well, at least we have footage of the moon landing. So much sketchy. Yeah, it's brilliant footage, isn't it? It's brilliant, fantastic. You couldn't. I mean, it's so authentic. You could never call that fake. Never. I've liked this, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Right. Probably so tiny it's practically non-existent. Right.
The entire way. All the way to the shoreline right there.
There we go.
They don't disappear. They don't go over a curve.
Look at that, man. And that's a good example of perspective right there. Where's the curve in that one? That's great. That's great, man. Same place that they used for their, like Derek says, Planet Puncher Train. Moon landing and moon leaving. Yeah.
It's just so in perspective. Really, to me, like the very end of that bridge, that's where like when the sun's setting and the light shining from underneath the clouds.
Hold on. Start that again. I didn't realize you were talking, bro. And when it's playing, I can't hear you properly. What did you say? Sorry.
Oh, about that. Just like showing perspective. There's a lot of atmospheric lensing too. It's right over a lake, so there's humidity, like so much water in the air. It's amazing, but yeah, it's creating lensing effects, mirages. There's all kinds of, because one thing that everything has in common in the world, on Earth, on the surface, is resistance. So you got all this stuff in the air right here in the atmospheric boundary layer that's creating all these like illusions. You know what I mean? But still, you can see perspective. Like there's a vanishing point.
Yes,
at
absolutely.
some point it gets so thin it disappears.
It just shows you how dynamic our system is, because look at the one that the Globers used to show the curve compared to that. Big difference.
Well, it's also with like the lenses that they use themselves too, like the Felix Baumgartner jump,
Oh wow, yeah.
Where we made fun of them for that too. Where like, so you're saying Planet New Mexico,
right?
Like
New
Mexico filled like half of a spheroid in that image.
Right, yeah, but if you looked at the camera footage from behind him as he was leaving the capsule, that was a lens, but the horizon was straight. But the one that was with him looking out, you had your fisheye lens there, So it contradicted the footage, contradicted itself
Right.
as well.
Like, I mean, if they're really seeing these observations, why do they keep getting caught up in false imagery?
Right, 100%, bro, 100%.
Right now on top of Louisiana, you can see the longest bridge in the United States.
Wow.
Very cool.
Look closely. This isn't just some highway. This is the longest bridge over water in the entire world. The Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. Stretching 24 miles across Louisiana's Lake Pontchartrain, it first opened...
24 miles, man. That is huge. That is lengthy for a bridge. That is lengthy. And not a bit of curvature.
Opened in 1956 and set a world record. It connects New Orleans to the North Shore. And for commuters, it can save up to 50 minutes of driving. Going north is free. but heading back costs you $6. But here's the wild part. Once you're on it, the shoreline disappears. The buildings vanish. You can't even see the other end. GPS might glitch, and your sense of direction, gone. All around you, just endless water. Some drivers get so freaked out, they pull over halfway, close their eyes.
What you like? No, that's what she said. So it's at the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, a 24-mile long bridge in Louisiana. Is the world's longest continuous bridge over water connecting Metairie, is that how you pronounce it? Near New, whatever.
No, and I really do enjoy. Oh,
sorry.
Oh, I was going to say I really enjoyed that footage from looking at the bridge from above.
Definitely a bird's eye view. Cool.
Right, because like Soundly with his stuff, he tried to give us, images like at the base.
Yes.
But when you look at it from top to bottom, it's like there's no curvature taking place there.
No. It doesn't deviate, hardly deviates left or right, even above it, straight this way, as well as across parallel to the surface. To the surface of the water.
So it just kind of goes to show that the images he gave from the bases, it was all just optical.
Absolutely.
Right,
100%.
like not actual physical curve. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
The underneath, okay, listen. Look at that. Amazing. Wow. Getting it from all points of view here, man. Good video. Let me just turn the music down because I've been getting copyright for music lately, so I'm not too sure about that one. Let me just put the music down. But that's amazing, man.
Is upon us.
Yeah. And man, and that's brilliant. You're seeing it from all points of view. Side on, you know what I mean? Profile. Or kind of orthographic type thing. Bird's eye. And then right there. Personal point of view. Yeah. Look at that, man. Yeah, that just takes you to the end. See it all the way through. So, yeah, got that. No, it's really good. That's really good. Nice one for them vids. I mean, it's good to watch them now and again. It just shows you, and they don't even they look. They even make excuses for things like that. It's so blooming evident, man. Hey, LJ, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
The RCC provides a framework where.
All right, let's get back down here to it. Stay in the bottom. Right.
Common needs are identified and common solutions are sought. Technical standards are established and disseminated. Joint procurement opportunities are explored. Technical and equipment exchanges are facilitated. Advanced concepts and technical innovations are assessed and potential applications are identified. Their vision is the Range Commanders Council, RCC, will promote credible change to meet Department of Defense, DoD, test and training requirements while promoting the common good of its members and enhance sharing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. LJ says, even wild animals in the Sahara or sea creatures understand we live on a level plane. I think so. Absolutely. I mean, do fish know they're in the water? I think so. They know they're contained. You know, water needs to be contained also. So I think they know they're contained. I can't see why not. Like, Pete, some animals use kind of like sonar, don't they? Like, so is it sonar? Yeah, sonar. Kind of to communicate with each other, and you know, that would be interrupted by a curve. Things like that, signals like that. So yeah, 100%, 100%, LJ. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, look, there's lots in there. Of course they know. Of course they know, bro. Of course they know. It's
And
a deception.
Jono, yeah, I'm just getting to know Chris myself, but he seems like an okay lad.
Yeah, Chris is all good, bro. Chris is all good.
Yeah, I've been around for since like 2017 at least. Like, I don't know if you heard of SAMFU, Cinnamon Family United. They had everybody on there, Mark Sargent and Patricia Steer,
Oh,
like
yeah.
in the early days. And there's a few like commenters like on Ryan Undoctrinated. I've seen him for these 5 years, mostly on Jeranism. See, I don't know if you know oh damn. Well, anyway, just forever. And then I just started StreamYarding again. I did it about 6 months ago on Flatzoid channel reality.
Yeah,
and then
I've seen you about. I mean, here and now, over the past few years, I think I've seen you about. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm definitely on channel. Like I had YouTube Premium. They're like, come back to us because I canceled membership. You're in the top 10% of all YouTube watchers, and then like all I do on YouTube is watch flat Earth stuff. Like they used to have a Globebusters fucking channel. So if somebody wasn't live, I was like on there, and then like either Eileen, Bob from Globebusters, either Bob or his wife modded me on that friggin' live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been around for a while, but
cool. Yeah, don't blame me on indoctrinating. Don't blame me, bro.
Interoperability of infrastructure and resources. And so apparently they've got a lot more than just NASA who they serve. They serve the Department of Defense, the Air Force, the Navy, the Army. That's who's at least listed here. So back to the document, which is telemetry standards on page 172, it states, although the equations for the two-ray model can be rather daunting, in its simplest form, one uses flat Earth trigonometry to compute the difference in path lengths between the direct and reflected signals. You don't use flat Earth trigonometry if you're on a globe. Government admits flat Earth, document number 34, put out by NASA in conjunction with UC.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, Indoctrinated. Where was it? Globebusters? Because I know I've seen you quite a bit, and I know you've seen me freaking over the years. I used to use like a army photo of me shooting a rifle, but I changed that because my opinions have changed over the years since 9/11. Revisiting that whole thing, seeing people jumping out of windows and stuff. But like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, and I want to say I went to Flattoberfest in 2022 as well. I've seen most of the main streamers. I talked to Witsit, Mark Sargent, introduced himself to me. He just came up to me and shook my hand. He's like, I'm Mark Sargent. I'm like, I'm Chris Conley. And then like somehow I ended up holding the flat Earth flag in like the group photo and stuff. They're like, they're just
he's saying on Stavelers maybe.
What?
On Stavelers maybe? Brian Staveley. He said on Brian Stavelers maybe? Brian Staveley.
Did I see him there?
Is it in
I seen Brian Staveley there. I don't think I spoke to him. But I did.
No, he's saying maybe he knows you from there. That's what I think he's saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. So I might be I might be cutting out. I don't know. Grateful for Jaren. That's how I met Pete Sov, and I'm not. Maybe that's how you met me, but I'm just not grateful for Jaren at all. And by the way, if you see me drinking this, it's not. I don't because I haven't ever stopped drinking, but I haven't drank in years. But this is non-alcoholic Koppenberg cider. It's alcohol free. Look, just in case you think I'm drinking alcohol when I'm not. I just thought I'd give it a go. Vicky likes the taste of alcohol-free lager. She doesn't drink alcohol anymore, but she likes alcohol-free lager. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Why not? Anyway,
and when it comes to like people like Jaren, it's like there's obvious direct conflicts that me and him have on certain issues, but there's others where it's like he was on point.
Oh yeah,
like
once upon a time
with NASA in particular.
Yeah, once upon a time, but now he believes in NASA stuff apparently. So, I mean, wow. All I can say is wow.
This is my own opinion, I suppose, but I think he was already kind of looking for a reason to kind of get away from the limelight a bit.
Of course. Of course.
But yeah, no, like there's no way to like, ultimately say like, oh, NASA's full of it. Meanwhile, Earth is still a globe. I mean,
yeah,
dude. I mean, because if there were a debate between us and those types, like Apollo detectives, dude, they'd get crushed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like what Apollo detectives do. I like what Apollo detectives do. Like they know that there's no moon landing, but they still say that flat earthers are stupid, even though we say the same things as them sometimes. Weird.
Well, it's like in the back of their minds, they know we're not stupid.
Well, of course, they've got to go.
And and I mean, I also can't help if they have some regret in ways, like just kind of disregarding us in general,
right?
Where that's not really facing scrutiny. So
no,
it kind of when you're looking in the mirror, like, am I really facing scrutiny? I'm just trying to throw a whole group of people under the bus. Yeah, the answer is likely not.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
LA, that's right, the University of California. This was put out in 1993, and it is titled Approximate Optimal Guidance for the Advanced Launch System. And it states that the equations of motion for the zeroth order problem of flight in a vacuum over a flat Earth are presented. That's page 32 of 164. And then on page 43 of 164, it states, in this section, the three-dimensional equations of motion
in a vacuum over a flat Earth. They obviously they can't be talking about the vacuum of space, surely. In a vacuum over the flat Earth, unless they are just assuming at that point. Not sure. Right, man. Okay, let's see what's being said.
Are reduced for flight in a great circle plane, the XZ plane, over a flat, non-rotating Earth. And then further states below, it says equations of motion representing flight in a vacuum over a flat Earth. Government admits flat Earth, document number 35, put out by NASA in October 1995, and it is titled Flight Simulation Software at NASA Dryden Flight Research Center. And it states on page 4, this structure, with both flat and oblate Earth versions, has successfully supported more than 50 different aircraft. Apparently it also has a flat Earth version. And in most cases, flat Earth, 6 degree of freedom equations of motion are used. Why would that be unless the Earth is flat? Government admits flat Earth, document number 36, put up by NASA, and it is titled Simulator Aero Model Implementation. On page 10, it states, for the flat, non-rotating Earth, considered here. And why are we considering to build a software over a flat Earth to be used for trainings when the Earth is a spinning ball? Maybe the Earth is flat.
If you were going to build a simulation to represent the Earth, to train on, then you would be doing a simulation of a globe, if it was a globe, not a simulation of a flat Earth.
Government admits flat Earth, document number 37. This is Shenyang Aerospace University, which is affiliated with, obviously, China. And the title is Design and Implementation of Flight Visual Simulation System. And on page 3, it states, and I'm going to read this entire thing because it's very important to understand, mathematical modeling of flight simulation. The aircraft flight motion simulation as an important part of FVSS directly affects the reliability and authenticity of the system. Flight motion simulation of effect can be greatly improved by relative mathematical models of aircraft flight dynamics. In this paper, the FVSS is based on two assumptions. A, flight area is the space above ground level, where the rotation of the Earth and the curvy motion of mass center of Earth are neglected, meaning they don't take it into an account at all.
Yeah, neglected, not taken into account. Curvy motion, not happening. Nice.
For this flight simulation software. Why would they do that if the
All right, good night, Emma. Good night. Have a nice night. Bless you. Thanks for coming.
Earth is a spinning ball? Why would you create software to train people how to fly on flat, non-rotating Earth software? Why? Because the Earth is flat. Government admits flat Earth, document number 38. This is put up by Penn State, which is a public university, so state-owned. The title is A Discussion of Methods of Real-Time Airplane Flight Simulation. And what does it have to say about flight simulation? Well, on page 11 it states flat Earth coordinates. In many flight simulators, globe navigation is not important. In such cases, it is appropriate to model the Earth as a plane half-space rather than an oblate spheroid. Then the simulator need not worry about how the local horizontal plane changes as the airplane flies around the Earth, though we know from other documentation all flight is straight and level. This simplifies the bookkeeping in the simulator.
Straight on level. Straight and level. What else needs to be said? I mean, you know they've got a funny idea what level is. You know what I mean? The level is parallel to the curve of the earth. I'm like, oh my goodness, please. Can we not just go back to the old meanings of words? The original.
Considerably. The flat Earth coordinate system is a Cartesian system. Flat Earth model. Thank you, Penn State.
Absolutely, Jim.
Government admits flat Earth, document number 39. And this is in conjunction with the National Imagery and Mapping Agency, as well as the National Geospatial
No probs pushing buttons, bless man.
Intelligence Agency. And the document is titled The American Practical Navigator, an Epitome of Navigation. This is the 1995 edition. All right, so what does it have to say? Well, it states, well, one is waterline. How can water have a line if it's always curving? Maybe
Right.
because it's level. In any case, this assumes that the observer is at sea level. The Earth is flat between observer and object. There is no refraction.
Earth is flat between observer and object. And, you know, I mean, if the last time I looked, between observer and object has usually got distance between it. And if the Earth was a ball, then there'd be curve in between that two things, observer and object. But no, there's not.
And they're not just saying like the Earth itself is flat; it's also sea level, ocean and Earth.
Right. And that's one of the best evidences we've got is sea level. Always.
In the object and its water line form a right angle. For most cases of practical significance, these assumptions produce no large errors, or rather, in fact, no errors at all. And that's found on page 351 of 714. And then we also find that they have curvature of surface at 0.8 foot per nautical mile, which does work out with what commonly is known as the Earth curvature calculation for the statute mile. For the statute mile, it's 0.666 foot per statute mile.
No doubt it's 0.666. It usually seems to be. Right.
For the curvature of the surface, but for nautical mile, it does work out to 0.8 foot per nautical mile for the curvature of the surface. So apparently they're using the same spherical trigonometry that flat earthers are using to prove that the Earth is not a globe. And that's found on page 355 of 714. And then this definition, I think, was very interesting. It's called backshore. The part of a beach which is usually dry being reached only by the highest tides and by extension, a narrow strip of relatively flat coast bordering the sea. Flat coast. Page 573.
All flat. All flat.
And then we also have line of sight. Now, this is a very interesting definition. Line of sight, the straight
Again,
line between two points.
line of sight. Line of sight means something, you know. It means there's got to be nothing obscuring whatever it is you're looking at, you know. And if there's a big old curve hump in between whatever you're looking at and you, then, you know, that's not line of sight. Something would be blocking it. So they've got funny ideas about line of sight too, you know. We see in curves, we see in arches, things get lifted up and all that kind of garb.
Points, which does not follow the curvature of the Earth. The only way that this apparent definition works out would mean that you're only looking up in the sky, never looking straight out over the plane of the Earth. Because if you were, then you would be following the curvature of the Earth. Thereby, it's no longer the line of sight. But we commonly say, in my line of sight, I can see such and such when you're looking straight over the Earth. Apparently, we've been using it incorrectly. Government admits flat Earth document number 40, put out by the United States Army in November of 1969, titled The Production of Firing Tables for Cannon Artillery, Ballistic Research Laboratories, in Aberdeen Proving Ground, Maryland. And what does it state right off the get-go on page 10? MSL equals mean sea level. What does
mean sea level
mean? Well, sea level. It is the level of the sea surface used in reckoning the height of geographical features such as hills and as a barometric standard. And then what is the definition of level? But a horizontal.
It seems at level and plane and flat and, you know, all these kind of words seems to be always around in these documents. I wonder why.
Plane or line with respect to the distance above or below a given point, a position on a real or imaginary scale of amount, quantity, extent, or quality, having a flat or and even surface without slopes or bumps at the same height as someone or something else, give a flat or even surface to, begin to fly horizontally after climbing or diving. That's the word level. That's what is attributed with the word for sea level, the phrase sea level, the word level is in there because water always seeks to find its level. And okay, so now, interestingly, in this document, it does state on page 22 and 34, rotation of the Earth. That phrase, rotation of the Earth, is cited 3 times between pages 22 and 34. However, an equation based on a theory, particle theory, is not a proof for rotation of the Earth. For each of the 3 variables for the rotation of the Earth in the theoretical equation, the number 0 can be plugged in without negatively impacting the entirety of the equation. Thus, it's just a variable that has no bearing within the.
So 0 would be not at all then.
Equation. And here was an interesting graphic on page 110. It shows a horizontal range in meters. On the far right, the 1 is chopped off. Somehow that happened, but it's 12,000 meters. That represents 7.45 miles and would be representative of 37-foot drop if the.
Sorry guys, the computer's spazzing out a little bit, but yeah, once it is, they've got about 10 minutes left on this and then I'll be done. So yeah, I knew it wouldn't be too long before it started spazzing out a bit, but it's because it overheats, so it definitely wouldn't do a movie night, but at least it does a stream. Just
the Earth is a ball, but Earth curvature is not necessary for calculating ballistic artillery. They put it on a horizontal range. No curvature. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 41, put out again by the United States Army, April 2016, titled Field Artillery Manual Cannon Gunnery. What do they have to say? Well, no rotation of the Earth. That is standard conditions. No rotation of the Earth. That's on page 175.
No rotation.
However, it does state on page 192, theory of rotational effects. But we
like Coriolis maybe. But that says, again, it says theory. That's all it says. But it's a bit contradictory in some places. It goes on about non-rotational, but then theory of rotational effects. I mean, if it's non-rotational, surely there's no rotational effects, you know?
Oh, right.
Well,
I mean, you can't have. Yeah. They're basically saying there is no
literally
rotation.
if P then Q. Right. It's literally if P then Q, if not P then not Q. Simple as that, isn't it? Really.
It's almost like they just do it just to get the wording out there a little bit.
Right.
We understand if we look at the word theory in the definition, it is a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. A hypothesis, thesis, conjecture, supposition, speculation, postulation, postulate, proposition, premise, surmise, assumption, presumption, presupposition, notion, guess, hunch,
Right.
feeling, suspicion. Do you understand that the idea of a theory in science, until it's been proven anyways, it is simply a form of mysticism, even
It's a
potentially.
theory.
So this idea that they want to throw in
An
the
idea.
rotational effects
Right.
in this document has no bearing because they admit that it's just a theory, a supposition, a speculation, a postulation. It's not a fact.
Right. And
this is interesting too. The M198.
Right.
Well, they say it could assist. They're not saying it actually does, because it doesn't.
No. Of course.
Like, no, it's just trying to throw in,
It has to get the rhetoric. It has to get
like
the
a wrench
rhetoric.
into an engine. It's like, no, don't do that.
Right. Of course. Of
Mm.
course.
I see the
has
artillery.
a maximum range of 14 miles.
Sorry, Chris. Sorry. Go again.
Oh yeah, like I did self-propelled howitzers and towed like these, but the self-propelleds are like tanks. They're on tracks.
Right.
And inside the tank, like there was no sound. But if you stand right outside, there's like that's where the sound wave blasts from.
Of course.
But yeah, they're
Interesting.
pretty cool. Yeah, they're huge. 150. They're like 155 millimeter versus like an Abrams is 101 millimeter. But
wow, big difference.
Miles. That would be 157 feet of drop from the alleged Earth curvature that goes unaccounted for. Why? Why would you not account for the alleged drop if you're living on a ball?
Exactly. If it's there, why is it not accounted for? It's so silly to be. Even when they make simulations, we'll make a simulation over the flat. Why would you make a simulation of flat if it's to practice on? If you are in reality, it is curved in a globe. It makes no sense.
Well, what other situation is there?
Government admits flat Earth. Document number 42. United States.
I was going to ask, like, what other situation is there to make it simpler to make a sphere or spheroid flat?
Right.
Really, what other examples are there where, that's actually the case? It makes it simpler. If that's the case or the scenario, you're actually dealing with a ball.
Exactly. Because
it doesn't. No, you normally never do that because it doesn't make sense.
Right. That's all.
But go ahead, continue.
States Army put out in July of 2006, titled Field Artillery Gunnery. And I'm not going to go through all the document, but I'm going to summarize what is in here, and you can check it for yourself. Concepts not discussed or disclosed in the document: Coriolis, rotation of the Earth, sphere, curvature, or even the motion of the Earth. However, the concept that is
they're not discussed in them documents. Why wouldn't they be discussed if there's motion? Of course you discuss these things if there were, but no, none.
Discussed is azimuth. And azimuth proves that you have to be on a ground plane, flat, no curvature for an azimuth. Now, this image was not in the document itself, but the concept itself is used throughout the document, proving that it's flat. Government admits flat Earth. Document number 43, and this time it's the United States Marine Corps, and it is titled TTP for the Field Artillery Cannon Gunnery. And what does it state? The same thing as the document number 42, which I just covered. The concepts that are not discussed in this document include Coriolis, rotation of the Earth, sphere, curvature, and motion of the Earth. However, azimuth is discussed. Again, the Earth is flat.
There you go. I mean, that diagram right there is a plane. It's a plane. Might be a circle, but it's still a plane.
Government admits flat Earth, document number 44, put out by the United States Marine Corps, entitled Tactics, Techniques, and Procedures for the Field Artillery Manual Cannon Gunnery. What's interesting about this document is that it does go into great length of stating the words and phrase rotation of the
I
Earth.
wanted to look for meters last night, but it was too cloudy. Shame.
And Coriolis. It says it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different times at least. However, it also states that the standard conditions by which it operates or expects to be operating is no rotation of the Earth at all. So why is there this contradiction? So how do we reconcile the difference and apparent contradiction of whether or not rotation of the Earth or Coriolis needs to be taken into account? Well, number one, other than the mention of the terms rotation of the Earth and Coriolis, there is absolutely no instruction in the documentation for how to account for the rotation of the Earth. So why is that? Number two, the rotation of the Earth.
Oh, the music is coming.
And just as in the quote equation cited in the U.S. Army document, report number 1371, entitled "The Production of Firing Tables for Cannon Artillery."
I really don't see that. I don't see the need for the music, but it's there. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but it's certainly there.
Which was document number 40. It allows for the variable of alleged rotation of the Earth to be 0, leaving the entirety of the equation unaffected. And it is the same with this documentation produced by the United States Marine Corps. And if you're interested in looking at document number 40 again one more time, you can pause this.
What's that? Let me read it just in case. In case he doesn't. The phrase rotation of the Earth is cited 3 times being. Oh, right, that's them. They put that in there. Right, okay. I got it. I thought that was in the document, but no. He's put it in there. Saying.
This is for your help and research a little bit more right here, or you can just go to the document itself and check it for yourself. But I'm going to move on. Now, what is discussed in this document...
I don't see the need for the Matrix music in the background. I think that's a mistake in their editing, I think. Because it is in the... Matrix is in their intro, so maybe it's a mistake in their editing.
And we understand that only works on a ground level plane. Flat, no curvature. So I rest my case. The Earth is flat.
We can all go.
Yeah, I'm going to zap that forward because of copyright.
Nothing became everything, and somehow matter formed together to basically progress to the humans that we.
I think I'm going through the document. This is just bits and pieces at the end. Yeah. It is. That's the document's gone through. This is just bits and pieces. All right, go. So that's it. That's the first flat Earth thing I've done in a little while. Yeah.
Well, it's like
go ahead.
For an environment that we are in, it sure behaves like a flat stationary plane to me.
Certainly does, bro. It certainly does.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
and perhaps that's actually because that's what it is.
Absolutely, 100%. It can't be denied. Well, it is denied. People deny it, but I just
and they deny it through belief in something else,
right?
Not for something they can actually prove themselves.
No, exactly. Thank you, Harry.
It's why we can prove it to them all day long, and they'll never get it because we're not really fighting with proof anymore when we're having to contend with their belief.
No, exactly right, Derek. Bless you, sister. Thanks, Aaron. Bless you. Haha. Of course, it had 33 tons of bullshit. Yeah, of course. It would be 33, wouldn't it? But yeah, nice having you guys on. Sorry I couldn't do movie nights or anything, guys, but I will do once I get back home. Me and Vicky's going to mine for New Year, so we'll be back on the 29th at mine. Obviously, I'm here at Vicky's for about 6 days, then we go to mine. So I'll do movie nights when we get back there. But in the meantime, I'll just be doing normal streams. I think tomorrow afternoon I'll do a Bible one, and we're going on Psalms. We're on Psalms. So yeah, we'll be going through some good few Psalms.
Cool. Well, take care and God bless, and have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you guys before then, even though I don't really celebrate myself. Whatever.
Nah, I know the one. Bless you for that.
Yep.
Thanks for joining
Thanks.
us. Right, Harry Mac. Let's play out with the Harry Mac.
Yeah, man.
What up?
Not much. What are you up to?
Not much. Just chilling.
Just chilling. Are you at school right now?
Yeah.
What class are you in?
I'm in 8th or 7th class. Room 4.
Nice.
What
All
are you chilling
right. What subject is it?
Math and science.
Nice. So how come you're on Omegle? You don't have to be like taking notes or learning or anything?
No, I'm done with my work, so we just chilling.
Oh, that's dope. All right, good for you, man.
Did you know your camera was on, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's
Yeah,
powered by
you
6 volts. 6 AAA batteries. This is
Nice. I like it. I like them things. I love
a T5. It's a 1 foot T5. Let me get my camera. Fluorescent bulb. It'll do
there you go.
wireless. What it is, like, you got a magnetic field. Look at my hand. Like going in and out. It's one of Faraday's laws. It's if you have a moving conductor in a stationary magnetic field, it'll create a voltage. Or if you have a moving magnetic field in a stationary conductor, which the stationary conductor, that's ether, it's going to create a voltage. So if the field's coming out wirelessly. Yeah. I do have like a little wireless capacitive coupling voltage meter in the field, like 50 volts. It goes out a foot at least.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice. Good to do personal experiments with these things, isn't it? Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
High voltage stuff. Yeah.
Nice, brother. I like it.
Love it. I love it. Well, would you like to hear a freestyle?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, dope. I'm gonna do a freestyle, but I'm gonna improvise. So could you help me out, man? Could you give me like some kind of topic to freestyle about?
I got a topic. Okay. Since I'm in school, let's go with water fountain.
Water fountain. That's the topic.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go deep on water fountain because you're at school and you're in a class for math and science. You're done with your work. You're just chilling. You ready?
Yeah.
Let me find the right beat for this right here. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Flow is water and it flows like a fountain. My flow is water and it flows like a fountain. My flow is water and it flows like a fountain. I said I'm icy like the peak of a mountain. When I start rhyming, yo, the people start bouncing. My flow is water and it flows like a fountain. My flow is water and it flows like a fountain. My flow is icy like the peak of a mountain. Soon as I start to speak, they be bouncing. Yeah, when I'm rapping, dog, I'm ready to duel. Keeping it cool, mad intelligent, I'm never no fool. I said, I go against the grain, not the type to follow the rules. Shouts to my young student learning in school. Already done with his work, so now he's just chilling. Yo, he's relaxing, up in the building. I can tell by your work ethic you gon' triumph. On the whiteboard, I see math and science. I be dropping science when I'm on this microphone. When I'm spitting, I'm entering a rare type of zone. This shit ain't normal. I tried to let him know how many styles does he have? He's got several. Okay, y'all know I'm climbing, facing fears. When I'm rhyming, I be shining like them diamonds in your ears, yeah. And when I spit, I got them off the head vocals. Shouts to homie who be flexing in the red polo. Yeah, I'm breaking it down while I spit through mad static. I'm trying to make it add up in my head like mathematics. How come the dopest rhymers aren't the ones that's most paid? How come it seems we don't move the right way as society? I'm trying to find a way to break down barriers and drop the verses that are heavy as an aircraft carrier. Hey yo, they stepping incorrect and that's a violation. I'm spitting water flows for your mental hydration. Flow is water and it floats like a fountain. My flow is water, dog, it floats like a fountain. My flow is icy like the peak of a mountain. Soon as I start to speak, they be bouncing. My flow is water and it floats like a fountain. My flow is water and it flows like a fountain. My flow is icy like the peak of a mountain. Soon as he starts to speak, they be bouncing. Yeah, friends is showing up in the classroom. If I was gone for a minute, dog, I'll be back soon. Y'all know I dropped the track, kid, then I smashed this. They be in the math and science classes. Shouts to the homie rocking glasses, seeing me with clarity. When I spit these dope bars, I know they about to cherish me. Y'all know my style is plush. I'm doing lyrics like I was studying algebra. Y'all know my solve for X, but I can't solve for the loss of DMX. Wishing he was still here. I love the lyrical flex. Yo, the beat straight up ended, but still I'm going strong. Cause y'all know like a water fountain, I'm the flowing God. Yeah, I hydrate you like the H2O. I'm doing chemistry, the energy and crazy flows is about to blow they mind when I drop this rap lecture. Welcome to Freestyle 101. I'm your professor.
Oh my God.
Nice. Hi, Mark's Ace, man. I think he's brilliant. Brilliant. Right, guys. Bless yous. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to do a Bible stream tomorrow. We're on Psalms. So I'll do that in the afternoon. And I will, maybe, I don't know if Flats is on tomorrow night, but if he is, I will see you on Flats. Bless you guys. Love yous. And I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for coming. Here the Sunset's free. Is free. Indeed. Ta-ta.